Hey YouTube family. Long time no see. So let me just first say I have been trying to make this video for a long time now, but school has kept me extremely busy, and so today is going to be the day. I'm probably going to shoot a bunch of videos sitting in this chair looking like this, so forgive me, number one, because it won't be glamorous, and number two, because there will probably be several, so that I can fit everything in that I've been wanting to say. So let's get into it. I have been in school for a month, pretty much. I started January 17th, and the ball has been rolling since then. I did make a quick video on my first day of school, and also took some pictures, and I'm going to include that either in this video or in another video that you'll see. But I wanted to jump straight into how things have been going. So if you want to know, like, what have you been doing that's kept you so busy? Well, first we have this set right here. Okay, these are my boyfriends. Hold on, because two are missing. And I also have some other significant others. Let's get them in here. Yep, got all these buddies right here. Okay, so you can't even see all of them. Yeah, don't forget him down there. So, and let's not forget I'm missing two books already. So this is my life. Okay, hiding behind the books. This is my life. This is where I've been. And so, like I said, once school started, it started rolling really fast. Okay, so I don't know if y'all remember, but this is my planner. And so this is what I did. I took the SIPs. So SIPs are like the syllabi they give us. And so just so you can have an idea, one SIP was like 40 pages, another was 30 something pages, and the last one was 20 something pages. Okay, and they are filled with information. So they all give you like this generalized, no, not generalized, they give you a very specific example of what to expect and how you'll be graded. So I took their syllabi and I made a master one. So I don't know if you can really see, but it's several pages. I color coded them according to what was due. So like, I know this is an exam. I do have an exam coming up. When spring break was, if they altered or added anything, when we need to check off on things. I highlighted it really important assignments or reminders. So pretty much if they had it in theirs, I did it in mine. So I made this master syllabi, and I actually made it available to all of my classmates because, trust me, you will understand the struggle. Okay, I was trying to show you guys my calendar, just to also give you an idea. So this is February, just starting off. This is just where we are right now. Okay, let me show you what January looked like, in case you're wondering, how busy are you? Are you really just that busy? Yeah, you're pretty busy. Okay, every day there's something, and honestly, this is probably missing quite a bit. Just gonna put that out there, because y'all, it is crazy. Okay, so how did first day go? First day was wonderful. We went over the SIP and we jumped straight into information, straight into the course. Second day we got our clinical stuff. So let me show you what that looks like. So they give us this red duffel. Okay, one of my classmates was so kick butt. She her sister, shout out to the sister, embroidered our names on our bags. You know I was for that. Yes, I am. Okay, so they gave us this duffel with all of this stuff in it. Okay, well, we had to order this little pocket thing that has your hemostats and your scissors, and they give you a disposable gown that you will use, surgical gloves that you will use because you have to check off on sterile gloving, a mask that you will use to cover your face. You're going to use everything. I don't know why I keep saying that. And so this little pack is where we are in this semester. So you have some syringes, you have some solution, some needles, gauze, just different gauge syringes, and some powder, because we will reconstitute, we'll practice reconstitutions, and then of course tape. I think it has a different name, but yeah. And then we have an insulin vial. So this is what we're using just this semester. So I just keep this in my bag along with my lovely stethoscope. I keep that in my bag. And I also keep my pen light, my ID, things of that nature, because you'll need it. Okay? Now, the stuff that we're not using this semester, but we will use, okay, has its own special bag. It's right here. So, here we go. Quite a bit of stuff. And it's so exciting. I was so excited I took pictures. I'll post those too. Okay, so we got everything in here, guys. We have, what is this? A tracheostomy kit. We have, a secondary medication set. So we need to add stuff to the IV. I believe that's for a continued flow set. We got like, what is this? Oh, an IV start kit. There's a lot of stuff in here. That's another trach kit. Suction catheters too. We have a cath kit. Some saline. A couple bags of that up in there floating around. Again, some more needles, syringes. And I believe these are catheters. Yeah, catheters, cath trays. So we got quite a bit of fun up in here that I'm so excited to experience, but won't until next semester or the one after. So this baby goes back in the bag. And I keep it on my shelf so that I know exactly where it is when it's time to find it. There's no point in carrying it around if you're not going to need it. Okay, so how have I been? Oh my gosh, like some days I'm great. Some days I'm like, what the hell? Some days I'm like, oh my God. I know that's a lot of emotion, and you probably wonder why. Well, especially since I have 2 degrees, but I'll just tell you this, it is nothing like the other degrees. Nothing like it. The information is not really hard to conceive. It's not hard to grasp it, but there's so much work. There's so much you have to do, and there's so much you have to know, and there's so little time that you have to know it. And so that is the thing. And so with me being a single mom now, you know, you plan, but it doesn't really work that way. And so I had to really be creative with my time, and I have to be creative with how I study. So how do I study? So I take, let me show you for example. So this is my binder. This is just this week's, this is last week's notes, okay? And I think a couple from the week before. So we're on our second test, by the way. On my first test, I did pass with a B. Oh my God, it was, let me pause on that story. I'll tell y'all in a little while. So, information. Anything that's I've worked on, that I'm still working on, I keep here at the front because I know I either need to look over it or I simply need to hole punch it. So here I keep my SIPs, and then here I keep my information for foundations. So what I do is every PowerPoint handout, whatever they give us, I keep it. And then when I make my notes over it, I put it right in front of it. So like these notes, I actually stuck up here where the objectives are because I try to go back through my notes after I've made notes. I try to go back through the objectives to see if I've answered all the objectives in the notes that I make, right? So yes, I still write on my color paper, guys. Yes, I still do. Okay, I have to have it. And so that's for theory. This is for lab. Okay, so I go to health assessment labs on Mondays. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have theory, and then we have skills. We also have dosages on Thursday, and then Wednesday we have clinical, and then Friday, hello, you see my face. So that's why I'm here. But I actually had to do a daycare observation today. I'll tell you how that went later. Okay, so here is anything from skills. So dosages, handouts. I love the handouts she gives us. Because although it starts off with simple math, it builds. And so the more I practice with math, the better I get. And so far, thank you God, I have a perfect record with my dosage quizzes. I don't know how that last one went, honey, because yeah, she got me on that one. So I'll know on Tuesday. Anyways, so these are my notes from that class, and then this is my clinical information. We're about to go to an immunization clinic soon. So that's how what I do is, because I'm talking about taking my notes, sorry. I take the handout. So let me find a handout. Okay, like this one. This is conception to adolescence. So we haven't started on this one yet. Actually, I'm lying. We did. Oh, I know what happened. I had a classmate get sick, so I went to help. Normally, I write on this. So like when I was in class, I wrote whatever notes I needed to write. Okay. And I'll take this and then I'll go back, and whatever chapter it was in the book, I write them on these Post-its. Whatever chapters I should have read, or I have read, or I need to continue reading, I write them for that day. I write the title of the lesson, and I put it on one of these Post-its that's sticky all the way across the back, and I put it on my book. Okay, that's a reminder to me to either make sure I'm finished or make sure I went back and checked something. And then sometimes, like, they may expound on a part of the lesson, and I keep telling myself that I'm going to go back and look at it, or I write it down somewhere and I don't really know, so I decided I would also write that on here, and I make sure I keep this here. So this changes pretty much every day, because we don't continue lessons. So as you notice, if you have not, my book is tabbed. Yes, my classmates made fun of me, but a lot of them use my book for a reference because it's so quick to find the chapter. I'm just saying. So I made the tabs that go this way, and on the back side, you can see them this way. Anyways, I find the chapter. Okay. Let me find one we just covered. So here's a perfect example. So we're talking about medication administration, right? And so when I first started, y'all, let me tell you, mistake. Chapter 1, right? So I went through reading the book like I normally do. Okay, so this is how I usually take notes in my book. I'll go through, I'll read, and then I annotate here on the side, if you notice, so I know I got a quick synopsis of what that paragraph is about. I highlight my key terms, and I underline any supporting details, which is really good. It's really good to stick in your mind. But when you have very little time, not probably the method you want to do. So then I switched to this method. So this is med admin, right? Okay. So what I do is I take my teacher's notes, and I go through any section she talked about. I highlight with this purple highlighter. If there's a term that she covered, she kept going on about, I highlight. Notice how much less text you actually see. This right here, not no notes. But keep in mind also with med admin, there's a whole nother chapter, there's a whole nother book that we use. So that I can kind of speed through this. So like here's one. Okay, so we skipped all the way to this page here. So she talked about this, she talked about these terms, and she specifically said something like this. So I know this is something I need to pay attention to. And this is why you may think, well, don't you need to read the whole chapter? Don't you need to know all the information? I do, but I don't have time. So I have to take the meat and the potatoes and I have to work with that. Okay. And so far that's worked for me. So far it's helped me stay on schedule. And the schedule is crazy. So I'm going to talk about that next in my next video, or in one of my next videos. I'm going to pause this one here because I'm pretty sure it's pretty long. So I'll be back, and I hope you're going to stay tuned because that's how it's going so far. Bye, guys.